This is a video demonstration of Lesson 10, page 137 in the Visible Analyst tutorial. We're looking at class diagrams in this tutorial, and again there's some definitions on page 137 through 139 that you might want to read through. And we'll start working on page 139 at step 1, setting the zoom level to 66. And then we'll start a new diagram. Again, make sure that you have the right type of diagram. This one happens to be class. Select Standard Workspace and Landscape Orientation and click OK. Then click the class symbol button on the diagram toolbar. Place the cursor in the middle of the diagram workspace and click the left mouse button. The class object symbol is drawn. Name the class symbol Registrations. Add another class below Registrations and name it Trailers. Add another class below Registrations and name it Vehicles. Add a class below Vehicles and name it Trucks. While Trucks is still selected, click the right mouse button to display the object menu, then select Stylize. Change the horizontal and vertical sizes to 75%. Click Apply, then click Set Default Size. Click OK. Below Vehicles, add two more classes, Cars and Motorcycles. To the right and slightly under Vehicles, create four more classes: Engine, Axles, Fuel, and Weight. If you want to get an idea of what this is going to look like, it's on page 142. And I'm going to go ahead and move some of these out of the way. Okay. And then create down and to the right. Weight. And since I did that, I have changed my default size. So I'll go ahead and change that back. So if you did what I did, go ahead and change that back to your default size. And from the File menu, Save, and save as Registration, Object, Classes. It's real important that you spell things right, so always double check to make sure that you've spelled things right. Click on the Registrations object, select Style Size from the Diagram menu. Oh, sorry. Change the horizontal and vertical sizes to 100%, which they are. Click Apply, click Default Size, and then click OK, which is basically just resetting our default size. Click the first line choice on the diagram toolbar. This establishes a relationship between the classes because the first line type icon is selected. The default cardinality is 1-to-1 and 1-to-1. Draw a line from Registrations to Vehicles. And again, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and look on page 142. And while I'm here, let's see. Click and hold the left mouse, drag the line to the symbol you want in, type Identify. For the label of the first relationship, use the Tab key to move to the next relationship label. Type are licensed by for the label that establishes the relationship of the vehicle to the registration, and click OK. Now while I'm here, before I start the next relationship, I'm going to go ahead and move some things around so I don't have to deal with that later on. And I'm referring to page 142 as I do this. And you could go ahead and snap these if you want to. You don't have to. I'm not going to for demonstration purposes. You know, you can always look back at your lessons on how to do that and make them neater. And again, I'm just excuse me, referring to the diagram on page 142. Okay. Now back to page 141. Step 5. Draw a similar relationship between registrations and trailers. Use the same labels as you did for registrations and vehicles. Okay. Select the line type for inheritance, which is the fourth line button. And if you roll over these, it'll tell you what they are. I think you know that though. Make connections between vehicles and trucks, cars and motorcycles. Meaning, look at your diagram, vehicles to trucks, vehicles to cars, vehicles to motorcycles. Use the same labels as you did for registration and vehicles. Okay. Select the line type. Oh, I've already done that. Okay. Start drawing the line at the same point on the class vehicle so that the lines are overlaid as shown in figure 10.1. And I did not do that, which is probably going to cause me problems, which is why you want to read the steps. Oh, I need to select. That's why it won't work. Then maybe I can make this. Probably not, though. I'm probably going to have to draw it over. Yep. So, to do that, what you're going to do is just delete and start over. This is why you follow directions. Okay, so I'm going to start over. Vehicles to trucks. I had the wrong line anyway. So this is good. Okay. So I'm on step 7. Select the line type for aggregations. And again, you can roll over these. There's aggregation. And make the connection between vehicles and engines, axles, fuel, and weight. Start drawing the line at the same point on the class vehicle so that the lines are overlaid. When drawing a line over an existing line, the new line is red indicating the lines are overlaid. Use the labels have, use, have, and have respectively from vehicles to these classes. So again, it wouldn't hurt to look at your diagram so you know what you're doing. Then we go to weight and have and has. And then I'm going to go to connect my lines. You can see the red. Use and has. Connect my next line. Pixels, and it's have and have. Now that should work. Well, I'll leave it for now. I don't know what's causing that yet. From the File menu, choose Save. And then I look over on page 142. And mine is similar to the one you see here. Not exactly the same, but it's similar. You can see that I didn't exactly draw these the way I was supposed to, but they're close. Sometimes it makes a huge difference, sometimes it doesn't. When we start drawing our diagrams in class, it'll definitely matter how you set up your relationships. This thing right here too isn't exactly right, but we're not going to worry about that yet. Okay, so then you're reading again on page 143. On page 144 we talk about attributes of an object. It's a name, type, limit, reference, visibility, qualification, physical characteristics, and so forth. And then on page 145 we start looking at how you add attributes to an object. So we're going to select the registrations class object and double click the left mouse button to go to its repository entry. Move the entry cursor to the attributes field, which is here. Click the attributes details button, which is this. Or select add change from the repository object menu that is displayed when you right click in the attributes field. Type values for the registrations class object as shown in figure 10.3 and then click OK. Figure 10.3 is on the next page. So we have registration, identifier. Again, it's real important that you spell these